The following program is produced entirely by the television production students of Southeast High School, in partnership with Kaiser University, and by the medical experts at Intercoastal Cardiology of Sarasota, and by the financial advisors at Mott & Associates in Bradenton.
Hello and welcome to another edition of The Right Direction, the program that informs you of what is happening in and around Southeast High School. I'm Nurali.
And I'm Devin, sports editor for SETV. Everything you'll see on The Right Direction is produced entirely by the students of the Career Production Television program of Southeast High School, also known as SETV.
With us today are two outstanding organizations of Southeast High School. First, I'll be talking to the members of the Southeast Culinary Club, and they'll let us know what they have cooking.
Then I'll be joined by members of the Seminole swim team, and we'll find out why they're making such a big splash at Southeast.
We'll have all of that and much more, so stay right there.
And remember, when you set your compass to Southeast,
you're headed in
the right direction.
The students of Southeast High School have a range of clubs and activities which they can participate in. The Culinary Club is one of these extracurriculars with a focus on the preparation, cooking, and presentation of food. With us today are three officers to discuss the Culinary Club and its presence in the Seminole Nation. First, we have Angel. Angel is the co-president and a 3-year member of the organization. He hopes to incorporate the understanding of responsibility and perseverance he has obtained from the club in his everyday activities. Next, we have Jamie, who works with Angel as the co-president and has been a member of the club for 4 years. She hopes to use the leadership knowledge she has gained from the culinary activities in her future endeavors. Finally, we have Nikki. Nikki has been involved in the Culinary Club for 2 years, and she is this year's co-vice president. She believes her experiences from the organization will help her with communication and other lifelong skills. Hello and welcome to The Right Direction.
Thanks for excited to be here.
It's great for you to be here today. So, Angel, can you explain to us a little bit about what Culinary Club is? Is it just making food, or is there more behind it?
Hopefully, it's way more than just making food. Culinary Club is something that Chef Jackie started 5 years ago, right when she came to this campus, and she believed it was something that we could get more kids interested into the class and the club. So we do a way more in the class. When you usually begin off, you're doing book work and stuff like that, but when you join the club, you're doing a lot more. You're learning, first of all, you're learning the stuff you learned in class even more and furthering that knowledge. And then you're also cooking. You will get to try some food, believe it or not. And it's just basically an extension of the class.
It's so interesting that there's a class and a club.
Mm-hmm.
So Nikki, have you taken the class? Do you know what the differences are between the class and the club?
Yes, I have taken the class, and the difference is, so in class you basically learn the basics of how to cut a knife or how to cut a fruit, and just the simple basics, and to master those basics. And then when you get to the club is when you actually apply those skills into real life and actually knowing what to do. And Chef Jackie will always be by your side explaining to you what to do, how to do it. It's more in depth in the club than it is in the class.
That's so cool that you get to learn how to cook at school. Jamie, did you take the class or how did you join the club?
When I was a freshman, 4 years ago, I had Chef Jackie's class, and I was really shy, and she told me about club as it was her second year starting it, and I was like, yeah, that's something I want to do. This is something I'm interested in, and I want to further my knowledge outside of school, and it really helped me to get out of my shell, and I met a lot of great people because of it.
That's awesome. So what are some of the things that you guys do as a club?
As a club, I would say we do it's so vast the amount of things we do. From everything that we do in class, it's just like a reliving about it, doing the basics, learning how to cut. It's my 4th year, and sometimes I still forget how to cut an onion. So I always have to go back to doing that, especially with Chef Jackie, because she has a lot of hopes for us as we get further into class. So she expects us to be an example. So some of the things we do is, one of the most basics is learning how to bake cookies. It's one of the funnest things you could ever do, and then we do get to try some of the cookies. And believe it or not, some people can mess it up, which is why we like to do it over and over. And other than that, we start talking about events and different things we could do throughout the year. We like to let our club members really get involved and build the club of what we're going to do throughout the year.
That sounds great. So what are some of the things you guys do on campus? Angel talked about some events that you do. Nikki, can you explain them?
Yeah, we try to raise money for our club, but not in doing so, we do different activities. Like there are cookie grams during Christmas that we do. We write, I guess, small messages in the Christmas candy that we do, and then we sell them, and we go and give them to the different people that ordered them to give it to other people. And with that money, we raise for Culinary Club. But we not only just raise the money, but we do different activities throughout just to get the money that we need. So
that's great. That's a great way of incorporating the Culinary Club on the Seminole Nation campus and stuff. Jamie, what do you guys do off of campus?
Off campus, we do a lot of activities as well as on campus. I think the most prevalent ones are the CTSO and the TSA bagged lunches. Last year it was at Bayshore. We do Relay for Life. We do Taste of Manatee. That's another big one. A lot.
Seems like you guys are very involved. So as a part of the Southeast campus, I've seen you guys cater food to different events and banquets. Can you, Angel, you want to talk a little bit about that?
That's probably one of the most overall things that we do as a club, and even as a class, we'd like to try to get some students involved that can help out doing the prep work. That way it's a lot because it's tons of work, especially when we have to stay after school and we're here till 6, even prepping even for an event that we don't have for a week. Especially with bag lunches, some of the most we have is 500 bag lunches, and that's such a tedious task. Having to everything from the apples to wrapping cookies to making sandwiches and stuff like that. So we try to do a lot of work after school other than our main meeting days, which are on Mondays. So we try to let people know right off the bat, because when we have our new members, we want to make sure they understand what they're getting into, because it's a lot of work and we want to make sure they're ready, because you're also going to learn from it, and it's not just work. Like we said, it's a lot of fun. You get to try new things, and Chef Jackie tries to make it an even balance between work and fun.
I do agree with what Angel says. I mean, it is a lot of dedication. We do sometimes stay till 8 o'clock because we have to clean up, and we not only make the food, but we try to perfect that food to give it to the ones that, such as SCTV that we do the banquets for, different sports that we do, and it's a lot of work, and it's not just making it. We do try to perfect everything, and that everything goes well, and and that everyone has a good time, as well as the members that make the food, as well as the people that we give it to. And we try to do that with as much as dedication as we can. And the new members should know that there is a lot of dedication to it, and it's not just only making food, but how we serve our school and how we represent them.
Right, you want to show the best sides of the Culinary Club.
All right, yeah.
Jamie, what are some of the things that go into the process of preparing and serving, and how do you work that out?
As far as a competition or any major event like Taste of Manatee, the first thing we as a club, mostly the officers, but the club in general, we have to decide what it is that we want to do. If we want to focus more on the dessert aspect, or the entree or the drink or something like that, we have to decide what we want to do, and then we need to just we have to deal with the finances. We have to price everything out, then we have to go buy all the stuff, and then we have to make it all, which sounds really fast, but it really takes a long time. When we have those bagged lunches, we're here on Saturdays at 6 in the morning making sandwiches until 6 o'clock at night. It's crazy.
Right. That sounds like it's very intensive and hard work. Angel, what is one of the competitions you participate in?
One of the competitions that we compete in is called Mixin', and it's at Mixin' Fruit Farms here in Bradenton, and it's one of the few competitions that we actually do. They have a different theme every year. This year I believe it's chili, and so we get all the students who want to be involved, and we have the students each develop their own recipe, and then that's something they could do with chef, with officers, with their friends, their family, so that way they could take what they're learning in class about recipes, different foods, what they can make, and can even like bring their own family heritages and stuff like that, how they cook. And we have our own thing, and we compete against people in the community. I believe the majority of it is between each other's students, which is a really fun thing because it's one of the funner things that we do at the beginning of the year to get involved. And outside of that, we participate in Skills USA, which is probably one of the biggest things that we're stressing this year, because not only do we have people compete in like the most basics as a culinary club, cooking and baking and even serving, we encourage them to participate in other things, such as Nikki, I believe, is preparing to compete in prepared speech. And we try to do that so that our members know that it's not only about cooking and baking and recipes and stuff like that, but you could take what you learn from culinary and extend it into other jobs and careers and even after school activities that they're also participating in.
Wow. So Nikki, Angel talked about all the different things the skills that you gain from Culinary Club, and you're kind of participate in prepared speech.
Right.
How do you feel like Culinary Club has developed your lifelong skills?
So the skills that I have attained from culinary are communication, organization, management of time. You know, those are all skills that even though you just learn in culinary, they will be applied throughout your lifetime, such as time management is a big one. You know, you have to be well organized, having time for this, for yourself, for your family and whatnot, and communication is a big one as well. You know, communicating with the people that are around you, telling them what you're gonna do in different situations and whatnot, as well as organization, being well organized, and again, time management and well organization is a good two skills that you have to know throughout your lifetime.
Of course, you always want more skills, become a better person.
Right.
So what are some of your favorite memories from the club?
My personal favorite event that we do is Project Heart, which is we go and adopt a family every year, and so we try and pick a family that's in need. Like this year, our family is a grandmother who's raising 7 kids by herself, and so what we do is we go and buy like Christmas presents or furniture or things for the family that they need but they can't provide for themselves. And I think other than that, I really liked the Relay for Life. It was really competitive to be able to like raise all that money and kind of see who could raise the most, but it's also a really great way to give back to the community.
That's great. So, Angel, before we finish, how can someone join the club?
Joining Culinary Club is probably the easiest thing you can ever do. You could talk to Chef Jackie, any of the officers, or even anyone in the club. It's really simple. You just have to talk to one of us. We'll bring you down to the Culinary Arts building and we'll get you a form. And you can start working right then and there, start telling us why you joined, what you plan on doing, why you want to do it. And it's just something that's really fun and we hope more people will be interested in.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being here.
It's fun.
Don't change the channel. We'll be right back with more that you won't want to miss.
SCTV is proud to recognize Mott & Associates as an important partner of the Television Career Technology program of Southeast High School. Mott & Associates is one of the premier financial advisory firms in the Bradenton-Sarasota area. The association is made even more special because Mike Mott, president and CEO of Mott & Associates, is a graduate of Southeast.
Mott & Associates is very proud to be a supporter of Southeast High School and SCTV, especially the fact that I am a Southeast alumni. When my wife and I started our financial planning practice more than 33 years ago, one of our visions was to support the local community in which I grew up. As a lifelong resident of Bradenton, I am very proud to call this area my home. Today, we serve hundreds of local residents in a variety of ways, including financial planning, tax preparation, tax planning, retirement planning, and many more facets of a holistic wealth management firm. We choose to work with and support the dedicated team of students at SCTV because of their commitment to and their drive toward excellence, and they're doing a great job. And good luck to all the Southeast High School athletic teams and that special team, SETV. Go Noles!
Where's that homework at?
I don't have any homework.
I know you got the homework.
Man, we know you do.
You do have it. Next time, you won't be so lucky.
As we dive into the second quarter, we would like to look back at all of the great athletes that have played here for Southeast High School. One of the sports that often glides beneath the surface here at Southeast is none other than our swim team. Members of the swim team compete individually and as a team through local, county, and regional races in a variety of events. With me today are 3 Seminole swimmers. First, we have Alex, a senior and one of the male team's captains. As a second-year competitor, Alex is swimming towards an athletic scholarship as he prepares for college. Next, we have Amanda. This is Amanda's second year on the Southeast swim team, and she is one of our best female swimmers. She plans to attend Ohio State University to follow her passion for swimming. Finally, we have Sarah, a freshman who joined the swim team at the beginning of the school year and hopes to make some new friends. She plans on swimming throughout her high school career. Hello everybody, welcome to The Right Direction.
Thanks for reminding us.
Happy to be here.
So we're gonna jump right in. I feel like swimming sometimes doesn't have, not everybody knows about it really. So Amanda, can you tell us in more detail what high school swimming is? How is it organized?
Well, high school swimming is separated between girls and guys, but we do practice together. But when it comes to competitions, we are separated. Points go to girls and separately for guys. Yeah. Oh, and then we have competitions that range from counties to regionals and to states.
So the girls and the guys all practice together, but they compete separately. I think some of us can be a little bit confused on this. Sarah, can you tell us a little bit more about how that can help?
The guys and the girls practice separately, but we all help motivate each other to get further and accomplish our goals. We compete separate, like we're in different sections,
Okay.
but we all strive for the same thing, and we hope to get there.
Right, so teamwork. Teamwork is all about a team, even though you compete individually. Alex, can you tell us some other things that you need as a swim team besides teamwork?
Well, you need some determination. If you're not determined,
Obviously.
It's very hard to be a good swimmer. You have to be able to push yourself and motivate yourself, as well as helping to motivate your team and being competitive as well. So the more competitive and the more motivation that you have, the better off you will be.
So competitiveness, motivation, these are all some things that can help with swimming. Are there any other things that can help like a swimmer be more accomplished, Amanda?
Well, it's kind of, you have to have fun. If you're not having fun, you're not going to do well because you're just always going to be in your head, and it's just not going to work well.
I completely agree. You have to have fun to accomplish anything, really. So how far can you go in swimming? What are some things that you can accomplish as you go higher up?
Well, you can accomplish your goals. You have to be able to set your goals, and if you achieve those goals, you feel so much better about yourself. And then also, you can achieve winning by having a certain number of points with your team. So if you get that number of points and you beat a certain school that you really wanted to beat, then it's just so much better for you.
Right, so like a lot of sports, you want to accomplish your goals, and to do that, you really have to get better. So Amanda, can you tell us how you can get better swimming?
Well, you have to work on your endurance, and you also have to work on like your technique, because they all factor into like how you're gonna swim, how you move in the water, and it just makes like if you're able to move like smoother in the water, then you'll be able to go faster.
So endurance, technique. Are there any other things that can help you Sarah?
I mean, Amanda pretty much covered it. If you've got your strokes down, then you go a lot faster and you can you gain more endurance and you can pretty much accomplish.
Right, so the faster you go, the better you do, essentially, but that's a lot different than a lot of other sports. Amanda, can you tell us about how swimming compares to other sports?
Well, it's a very different sport. It is really hard because you have to learn how to stay out of your head because it's only you in the water. You can't hear anybody else, and you have to make sure that you're keeping pace and like holding your times and things, and you have to be self-motivated.
Yeah, so it's also very different because it works a lot of different muscles. Like, I've played multiple sports, and there's no other sport like swimming that works your muscles like it does. It works all the same muscles, but different parts of those muscles, and even after weeks of practicing, you still come home sore.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think swimming is a more involved sport. I feel like everyone works together as one team, and we help motivate each other, whether you're the best or the worst. We all motivate each other to get further and accomplish our goals.
That's awesome. And as we're working as a team, we're working to accomplish the goal, which is meets, I hear about. Can you guys tell me about what a meet is, how it is done?
Well, a meet, everybody competes within 24 events. 3 events are relays, which would be 4 people competing as one team. And then each race, but if you win top places, like if you come in first, you'll get points, and the points add up at the end, split from the girls and the guys, and then we get our team scores and see if we win.
That's pretty interesting. So there's team events and individual events. Can you guys tell me about individual events?
In an individual event, you're swimming by yourself, and you're not with your team. You're motivating yourself. You're pushing yourself further. You don't have to get your own time. You're not relying on your other teammates to get you further.
Yeah, you also have like the different strokes that you have to specialize in. Like there's breaststroke, butterfly, freestyle, and backstroke. So depending on which stroke that you like the best and you're the best in, you kind of work towards that and work towards your goals and beating those times that you set for those strokes.
Well, I don't see why anyone wouldn't want to join the swim team. Can you guys tell me how I can join the swim team?
Well, you just come out, really. Anybody who wants to come out, no experience necessary. You just come out, tell the coach, Mr. Brooks, that you would like to swim, and he's more than happy to help anybody, no matter the talent, no matter how long you've been swimming. It's just a really open atmosphere.
I want to thank you guys for coming out here today. It was a real pleasure being able to talk to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't swim away. We'll be right back with more information you won't want to miss.
The Visual and Performing Arts Academy of Southeast High School has participated in the annual Sandblast competition. Organizations from all over the Tampa Bay area show up to demonstrate their sand sculpture skills and to help create more awareness of environmental issues. Last year, Jackie Gothier and Devin Stewart went to the competition to discover what the Sandblast contest is all about. Here is their report in this edition of Seminole Focus.
For the past 8 years, Southeast High School Visual Performing Arts Academy has competed in the Sandblast competition, which raises awareness for environmental protection in Manatee County. Using only sand and water to construct their Day of the Dead sculpture, the team's unique ideas won them first place within the holiday category.
We had the edge over the others Number one, because we were very experienced. There was a lot of inexperienced groups there that day, but there were some good pieces. Ours was a little different because number one, it was a holiday that had never been done, and we used the technique that you're supposed to use. But this was our first place win, so we were all very, very ecstatic.
Not only is sand sculpting a meticulous process, it also requires a great deal of skill and attention to detail. The team displayed their understanding of fundamental sand sculpting techniques and applied their knowledge to perfect their sculpture.
Take sand and you add water, and it makes it moldable. So what you do is you create like whatever you need for this design. So for us, we created flowers out of this wet sand and added little designs into it. We created skeletons and writing into our designs here.
The sculptures are scored by 3 judges who collaborate to decide the winners of the competition. Participants provide a brief overview of their sculpture, which helps the judges make their final decision.
We are giving certain criteria. We're judged on difficulty, we're judged on artistic ability, and we're judged on just the overall appearance. You're able to pretty closely know exactly which ones are maybe a little bit better than the others.
After all was said and done, Southeast High School Visual Performing Arts Academy brought home the gold and will be a tough team to beat in the years to come. I'm Jacqueline for Southeast High School and SETV.
There is no question that Seminole athletic teams are filled with hard-working individuals. However, there is another group at Southeast that does not get the recognition that our sports teams receive. Yet, they are just as dedicated. This team is the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps Drill Team. It is a military organization that competes all over Florida and is as successful as any of the Knowles athletics. Bryson Carter spent some time with these amazing students to find out how and why they are so committed to excellence. We hope you enjoy his feature on the JROTC Drill Team.
At over 3,000 high schools around the U.S., a great and highly respected program is offered to their students. This program's main mission is to build a better tomorrow by building better teams today. The program is like no other offered anywhere around the U.S. and agreeably around the world. The program that I speak of is the Southeast High School Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps Drill Team, commonly referred to as the JROTC Drill Team. The drill team meets after school every day for practice at working hard at becoming the best. The drill team's main focus is not only paving a way for students to become champions at competition, but better citizens of America. This highly recognized program consists of different sub-teams that compete at county, state, and at times nationally level competition. The drill team not only teaches their cadets how to march, but it instills the importance of discipline and self-confidence. Jose, the drill team commander and a 4-year cadet of the JROTC program, explains what this program is really about.
Drill team is one of the more disciplined teams in the JROTC program. It really shows the characteristic in one's person. It's really helped me in life because it just showed me how to be a better person, a better me. I think it showed a lot of other kids how to be a better them as well. I can see the impact in the kids, the students that are participating in the team.
During the drill season, teams throughout the county meet at competitions to compete. At competitions, there are many different events that take place, such as armed squad, unarmed squad, and everyone's favorite, exhibition. Hunter, a 3-year cadet of JROTC and the drill team, holds a big responsibility by being the armed squad commander.
Some of the events in the drill team are platoon events, which is where we occupy a lot of the students and teach them all how to march. And then there's squad events, which is where we take the certain amount of students, which are typically the best of them that march correctly, and then we do exhibition, which is where we spin the rifles and we take a few of them at a time as well.
Not only does this team focus on the drill aspect of the program, but it strives to have a positive effect on its cadets' lives. Many cadets have had life-changing experiences due to the program's main mission, which is to pave the way for cadets' success in the future.
Drill has affected my life because in drill, during competitions, we have to do every command and stay in step. We have to do it to almost perfection. And every time we do something wrong, just points off. And that carried over to my regular life because it makes me want to do everything I can to the best of my ability. It makes you feel good because it's like a team and they help you out, whatever, because we are an RTC and it is a class. And if your grades are slacking, it's just like a football team. You'll get kicked off the team, but the kids are always willing to help you and want you to succeed, and it's just a big family.
As you can see, this is no ordinary team. The drill team is like no other anywhere to be found. The team is full of young, motivated teens headed to success and making an impact on the world to come. I'm Jaden for Southeast High School and SETV.
The That's all the time we have for today. We want to thank you for watching.
And we want to thank the members of the Culinary Arts Club and the Seminole Swim Team for being with us today.
We hope that you've enjoyed the program as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you.
And we hope that you will join us the next time that we show you what's happening in and around Southeast High School.
If you would like to find out how to choice coming to Southeast and becoming a part of the SCTV vocational television program,
or if you would like to become a business partner of SCTV, simply call Southeast High School at 741-3366, extension 2102.
And if you would like to watch the show again or see any of the other programs and sporting events that we have produced this year, simply Google search SCTV YouTube.
You can also find out more about the SCTV program by liking our Facebook page at facebook.com/SEHS Television.
So until next time, I'm Nirali.
And I'm Devin.
And remember that when you set your compass to Southeast,
you're headed in the right direction.